What's up, y'all? Today, well, big shout out to Evan Bradbury before I start this, because he told me to put the 2016-2017 Chicago Bulls all in their prime. And I asked him, I'm like, are you sure you don't want Derrick Rose and all of them in their prime? He said, nah, he wanted Dwayne Wade, Jimmy Butler, and Rajon Rondo all in their prime. And low-key, this is a pretty fire team. The backcourt go crazy. So it's Dwayne Wade, and you'd be like, I thought Dwayne Wade was only a 97 overall 24-year-old in all-time prime. And he is. However, I used the app or the website Hoop Hypes to see what his best overall was and at what age. His best overall ever in any 2K was a 98 overall after he won that championship in 06, and he was 25 years old for that season. Same with Jimmy Butler. His best overall was 95 according to Hoops Hype. Like, that was in 2K23 when he was 34 years old. And I was debating, because it is a 3-year challenge I do this for, I was debating on having a younger Jimmy with like 90 overall where he wouldn't regress like crazy, but I just had to put him in their actual prime, like the best version of him. So we got 34-year-old Jimmy, who's probably going to regress like crazy after this, but he's a 95 this year. That's fire. And we got prime Rajon Rondo, who's only 26 years old. The all-time Celtics team has him at 28, but his best season, the youngest he was with the 90 overall, was 26. So that's what I did. And then Bobby Portis was at 82 overall two 2Ks ago, so I made him that overall. Michael Carter Williams, after his rookie of the year campaign, was at 80 overall 23-year-old. So that's what I did. I gave him 23 years old, 80 overall. Taj Gibson's best overall was when he was 80, or when he was 29 years old, he was at 80 overall. Nikola Mirotic was the best version of him in 2017, like the actual 2016-2017 roster they have in this game, so I just used him. Robin Lopez isn't in this game, but I imported him, and in the best he ever was at the youngest age was 26 as a 77 overall, but was never over a 77 overall. And then Doug McDermott, the best overall he was a 75. Well, actually, it was technically a 76, but I made him a 75 overall 23-year-old, banking on the fact that potential will get him past a 76. And if not, I'll live with that. But I'm hoping for potential to go crazy there, or progression. Cristiano Felicio, the only version of him that's anything is in the 2016-2017 roster, so I used the 74 overall version of him. Campaign, now technically the best he ever was, and he's better than this right now, was a 76 overall when he was 27. However, I'm banking on the fact that as a 22-year-old, 73 overall, he will progress more than a 76, or at least to a 76, and I'm willing to take that bet. Paul Zipser, the only version of him in this game, is here, and that is the entire team. So injuries and everything will be on, so I'm not sure how great this team's actually going to do. If we don't get a championship the first year, I think we're kind of cooked, but I think we will. The other thing I'm kind of nervous about and cautious of is I know how 2K is. Like, they love, I've said this 1,000 times, at least for this 2K, because I made a video every day, but they love the center and power forward positions, and if you have strong center and power forward positions, you can win a championship pretty easily. Problem is, all these good positions, good players, are freaking shooting guard, small forward, and point guard, which are not as important according to 2K. So I'm not sure how this will actually go, but you know what? With the progression of Michael Carter Williams potentially and campaign, I say we get one championship. That's what I'm gonna say. First year championship, and then next 2 years, Jimmy Butler's gonna regress too much and we not going. So that's my final prediction. So, and this team will be together for 3 seasons, so let's see how they do. All right, and after a very mediocre start to the season, we end up 47-35, which is pretty good. Not gonna lie. I don't know if it's championship level, but our second half of our season was very good. We were, think, 3 games under 500 at one point with like 50 games into the season. So we really came on strong at the end. So I'm high hopes for this team, and no one is injured right now, which is the best part. Rondo got hurt in the beginning of the year, tore his MCL, but he's back now. And let's see, yeah, everyone's healthy. Let's see what we did in stats wise real quick. Just get a quick look at that. So Dwayne Wade put up 30 points a game. What a dog. Jimmy Butler was right behind him with 22, and then Bobby Portis with 14. Nikola Mirotic getting more points than Rajon Rondo, but Rondo with 12 points and 10 assists. That's fire. Most steals was D-Wade with 2.2, then Jimmy Butler. So the perimeter defense on this team is crazy. And the most blocks, see, that's the problem. We do not have any interior post defense. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really think so. And our best 3-point shooter was Campaign with 58% from 3. Golly, dude. Absolute burner. And then no one else shot over 40%, but Campaign shot dang near 60% from 3. That's insane. All right, he only played 9 games. All right, let me relax. But still, that's crazy, bro. Bro only played 9 games and absolutely lit it up when he played. All right, so yeah, that's the stats if you're into that. So our first round matchup will be against LaMelo Ball, Concanopoulos, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges, and Musa Diabate. So we'll see how this goes. I am expecting, I don't know. We take game 1. All right, good. Take game 1. Jimmy Butler and D-Wade ball out, but they take game 2. Okay. Game 3 is ours. Nice. 44 piece from Prime D-Wade. I like that. All right, it's a 2-2 series. I'm gonna watch this with Simcast, see what's going on. going on here? I don't know. I think we gotta get lucky at the right moment. Like, we just gotta keep getting lucky. Ideally, other teams could get injuries and then we advance. So that's cool. All right, we're up 3-2. D Wade is balling out. 37-point triple double. Yeah, if y'all don't know, bro, I didn't really know. You know what's crazy? From me growing up, I knew Dwayne Wade as like, you know, the older version of him. Like, I still saw him in Miami with LeBron, but watching it was like 2013. D Wade put up 35 points and Rondo put up 30. Jesus, 12 assists for Jimmy Butler, 15 points. Bro, I went back, I looked at freaking prime D Wade highlights, and him dunking on people is lunatic. It's loony bins. It's awesome. I can't even lie. As we go up against the Miami Heat with Davion Mitchell, Tyler Hero, Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, and Bam Adebayo. But like, obviously I knew D Wade was him, but he was really him. Like, before injuries really like zapped his athleticism, he was insane. As we take game 1 against the Miami Heat, they take game 2. We take game 3. Are we up 3-1 or is it 2? It's a 2-2 series again. Frick. Okay. All right. Let's see. We'll watch this with Simcast. But yeah, prime D Wade is he's just such a fun player to watch too. Like, his highlights are just fun. It's just him dunking on people and using the post. Like, he was just mad efficient. So we win. 25 points from D Wade, 23 from Rondo, and 22 from Jimmy Butler. But yeah, I mean, obviously I wasn't watching. I was a tiny kid in 2006 when D Wade was really, you know, balling out. So I didn't really watch that. And even if I was watching, sure as heck wasn't any Miami Heat games going on in my house. You know what I mean? So Jimmy Butler put up 39 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. D Wade put up 30 points, 13 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks. And then Rondo, 13 points, 14 assists. When we get to the conference finals, all right, so here is where I'm a little worried where our luck might end. The Knicks are so freaking annoying diverse in this league. Not gonna lie, just this year, the Knicks are just annoying. They're the #1 seed. Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, Karl-Anthony Towns completely healthy. But we're healthy too. But game 1 is ours. Okay, cool. We take game 1. We smack them too. All right, they take game 2. Okay, that's like how every game has gone so far, except we have not been the ones go down 2-1. Come on. Gosh darn, we've never gone down 3-1. I freaking figured they'd do some BS like this. We down 3-1 in the conference finals. Come on, man. D-Wade, we need some magic, bro. We need you to pull something out. My guy. Yo, actually, hold on. Okay, 8-point game. This is very low chances we actually win this, but it's an 8-point game with a minute 26 left. We don't even have ball either. Okay, so we're probably eliminated here. We're probably very cooked, as the kids like to say. However, I'm gonna watch it. Just see maybe we're not cooked. Oh, yo, grab that. Good. You, bro, come on, man. 2K physics. What's a BS? Come on. That was great. Good. There you go. Good interception. Jimmy Butler. Good stuff. All right. Jimmy got the ball to Rondo. All right. We score here. It's not over. Like, real rap. We just need a. All right. Yeah. Feed D Wade. Yes. Easy. Post game. Cash. Okay. So it's a 6-point game, 53 seconds left. You get another stop. It's possible. It's not impossible. You need a 3-pointer though. We get to hit a 3. It's very improbable. But now we foul. What? See, why would we wait though? Come on. Get a steal off inbounds. Come on. All right. Why would you foul? All right. Josh Hart for 3. Okay. Get the rebounds. Good board. Okay. I am so confused at their strategy. They intentionally foul, and then they don't intentionally foul again. Jimmy puts it up over OG Anunoby and misses. No. Bro, what is this strategy? That didn't make any sense at all. Freaking Jimmy Butler put up 36 points, 14 for 20. Man, and we get eliminated. That's rough just because Jimmy's going to regress. Oh, I hope it's not too bad. I hope it's not too bad of a regression. I hope the fall off is not too crazy. Like I said, I can't add anyone. It's just this exact team that we have. All right, let's see. Player progression. Please do not kill us. Okay. All right, so Jimmy technically regresses 2 overalls, but since he was a 93 when I brought him in, it says he doesn't regress. But prime Rondo regresses 3 overalls for no reason. Bobby Portis, he gets 2 overalls better. D Wade stays the same. Why did Rondo fall off? Michael Carter Williams stays the same. Taj Gibson stays the same. Robin Lopez gets 1 overall better. Nikola Mirotic technically gets 1 overall worse. Doug McDermott gets an overall better. Cam Payne gets an overall better. Cristiano Felicio gets 1 overall worse. Paul Zipser gets an overall better. Okay. Alright, man. That's not. What the frick? Why does it do that? I cannot stand the way 2K does this, bro. Because look at this. You know what it is? It's because they say his prime he's just in the middle of his prime right now. That's ridiculous, bro. Whatever. Bro's in his prime but regresses 3 overalls. Like, okay, in what world does that make any sense? I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed with that progression. So now my expectations for this team is a little bit lower. At least Dwayne Wade is still the same. At least he didn't get worse. So this, and you know what? Jimmy Butler didn't fall off as much as I thought. I'm just really shocked. And Bobby Portis got better, so that's fire. But like, I'm just shocked. Freaks up with Rondo. 2K will never make sense. I swear. bro's in his prime, but like regresses 4 overall. So okay. You could tell that bothered me. That really bothered me, man. Screw that. That got me mad. He's in his prime, but oh, let's just have him suck for no reason. Okay. All right. I'll see y'all in the playoffs if we make it. Hey man, another strong ending to the season. We would go 51-31. So there's a chance this year if we get lucky again. D Wade is all NBA first team. That's the thing. You can't underestimate Dwayne Wade. It's just, it would be really cool if there was like a fire center here with him. So we are the number 3 seed again, going up against the other Bulls, the non-gold Bulls, and that should be a freaking easy matchup. But right now, let's see the stats. Did anyone progress? All right, so it looks about the same. I cannot really tell the difference. Bobby Portis stepped up a little bit. If Bobby Portis could progress again, that'd be fire. I don't know why Bobby Portis progressed, but freaking Rondo regressed like that. I'm still clearly bothered about that. But leading rebounder was Bobby Portis. Leading assister was Rondo with 9.3. Hey, our leading stealer now was actually Jimmy instead of Rajon Rondo. And Taj Gibson's been out the entire season with a fractured leg. It said 2 to 4, maybe it said 2 to 4 months. That's crazy. Bro's been out the entire season, but he's about to come back apparently. And 1.1 blocks for D Wade. So, and how many people shot over 40%? Just campaign. All right, that's fire. Okay, so see how this goes. We are going up against Josh Giddey, Tim Hardaway Jr., Isaac Okoro, Matthias Zulis, and then Lachlan Ulbrich, and I just refuse to believe that is Jalen Smith is out and Robert Dillingham is out. Jaden Ivey has a high ankle sprain, he'll play through it. So they do not have their starting center for the entire series. So even as a 6 seed as well, this should be easy claps for us. The Bulls will win this. Oh my god, they took game 1. Come on, man. All right, we take game 2 as Taj Gibson comes back. We take game 3. We take game 4 and get out of my face, Chicago. All right, we advance. Fire. So now we go up against, oh frick. Okay, Jimmy is out with right knee tendonitis. Frick. Okay. All right, come on, D Wade. We need a legacy performance out of you. But we're going up against Cade Cunningham, Dennis Jenkins, Azor Thompson, Jarris Walker, and Jalen Duren. Okay, come on, Rondo and D Wade. Game 1 goes to them. All right, that was not really a stellar performance, but game 2 is also theirs. Frick, bro, come on, lock in Dwayne Wade, brother. You got to show me that you're still him. You're 98 overall. Come on, man. Bro, we down 3-0. Dwayne Wade put up 30 points, 6 steals though, 7 assists, 8 rebounds. Dang, come on, man. Come on, Dwayne Wade. Bro, I think we would have been cooked either way, even if we had Jimmy. But you know what? There you go, D Wade. Finally, 36-point triple double. This is what we need out of you, but like every time. Bros, man. All right, we down 3-1. Come on. Now we're cooked. We're cooked. We are so cooked. D Wade put up 22 points, and then Bobby Portis put up 22, and we fall short. Frick, dude. The Pistons get to the finals, and then they win the championship. Okay. So Cade Cunningham was on one, put up 45 points in the finals per game. Like, relax. 64 piece in the finals. We weren't beat. Dang, Cade Cunningham was on. Holy cow. Bro literally broke a playoff record. That's so stupid. All right, can we please get player progression on our side for one of these years? Please. I'm begging you. All right, let's see. Can player progression help out at all? Anyone. Player progression. All right, Jimmy Butler's still a 90. Okay. And Dwayne Wade's now a 99. Michael Carter Williams is at 81. Bobby Portis got 1 worse. Rondo got 1 worse. And so did Jimmy Butler, got 3 worse. Campaign got 1 overall better. So I should have just had him as a 76 overall. Frick. And bro got worse. Okay. All right. I mean, Jimmy's not as bad as I thought he would be. So he's still a 90 overall. So honestly, I'm happy I used the 95 overall version of him. So all we need is health. But I also don't, even if we were healthy, I don't think this team's really, like I was saying, bro, like in this game, it's built through the trenches, down low. Like if you don't have a good center, you're kind of cooked. I'm gonna see if I can move Robin Lopez to the center, see if that helps. I don't know why that would, but it might. All right, let's see it. Year 3, Rondo out of everyone has regressed the most for some reason. But Dwayne Wade's now a 99 overall, so maybe he's taking it personal. Let's see how Dwayne Wade goes. Let's see it. We have our best season ever, going 53-29. It's Cade Cunningham's league, and we're just living in it. But Dwayne Wade made All-NBA second team, and that's it. So we are again the 3rd seed. And last year for player stats, I think this is Dwayne Wade's best season. No, his first year was his better season. Actually, per 36, he scored the most points right here. But he's been a bucket. Bro's been a bucket the entire time. But Jimmy Butler fell off a little bit. Bobby Portis stepped it up a little bit. Freaking Rondo, for some reason, regressing like crazy. Campaign falling out on the bench, though. That's cool. So, okay. This is our last season. We go up against Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Dyson Daniels, Rishi Shea, Jalen Johnson, and Onyeka Okongwu in the first round. Yo, can I be honest? Be like, stop being such a Debbie Downer, Funky, but I don't know if we make it past this first round. 2K really likes the Atlanta Hawks, but game 1 goes to them. Okay. Despite Dwayne Wade dropping 40, freaking, I think Jalen Johnson also dropped 40. Yeah, Jalen Johnson also dropped 40. We dropped game 1. We take game 2, though. Okay. Game 3 is ours. Okay. All right. Maybe I was just being a Debbie Downer. Nope, it's a 2-2 too serious. I figured this would happen. Okay, I'm gonna watch this with Simcast. We might only have 2 games left. This might be the last series we have for this team, bro. Because I'm telling you, bro, I've done too many of these sims. I know how it feels. All right, we're down by 5 with 1:37 left. Honestly, very unlikely we win this game, but we do have ball. So ideally, D-Wade could just take over right here. That'd be fire. Okay, Rondo kicks the ball to D-Wade. Gets a screen. D-Wade drives in. Dunk on him. Oh, yo, bro, missed the dunk. All that hype I was talking about D-Wade having a ridiculous prime. And then he goes and does this. What the frick? All right, Richiche with the ball. Gets right by D-Wade, and then he finishes the dunk. Bro, what the frick is going on right now? Dwayne Wade. Yo, you had him. Michael Carter-Williams with the ball. Finds Bobby Portis for 3. Okay, I like that. Bang. Good shot. Bobby Portis is absolutely elite at 3-point shots. We know this. All right, we down 4. 40 seconds left. It would have been really nice if Dwayne Wade could make his dunks. Why are we double teaming and leaving Jalen Johnson wide open in the paint, buddy? Why are we doing that? There was no reason to do that. Bro was completely fine guarding on an island. Let's leave the best player on their team wide open in the paint. What are we smoking? D-Wade takes it in, scores. Okay. 4-point game, 28 seconds left though. So sometimes I can't stand 2K. Like really, I just don't know what we're doing. Richiche makes the first free throw. This is very unlikely we win this. Makes them both. Dwayne Wade with the ball. 26 seconds left. Working on Dyson Daniels. Puts up a shot. Misses it. And we are down 3-2 in the first round. What'd I say? Bro, I called myself a hater, but I might have just been a realist. As freaking Kareem Lopez scores 23 points in 19 minutes. That's a real dude coming out in the draft. Wow. Yeah. D-Wade put up 28, but it was not enough. If Bro could just make his dunk, we would have at least been more competitive in that game. So we down 3-2. All right. Is this how it ends? Is this the way that it ends? It's back and forth. No. Hey, yo, come on. Let's make it close. Nah, I told you this is how they would go out. We lose in the first round. Dwayne Wade put up 29 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. 23 for Bobby Portis, 9 rebounds, 15 for Jimmy Butler, 6 for 23 shooting. Dang, bro is so washed. As no, this team, even with prime Dwayne Wade and prime Jimmy Butler for a little bit, they cannot win a championship. Crazy. The biggest thing that bothered me was the fact that Rondo fell off for no reason. Like his prime was literally this, and he just fell off for no reason. Man, and then nobody progressed. Like Michael Carter-Williams didn't progress, Cam Payne didn't progress. I'm like, what is this? It's like Doug McDermott didn't progress, but then again, it's Doug McDermott, Paul Zipser, and freaking Michael Carter-Williams. So what was I really expecting? I don't know. But hey, if you guys like this video, I'd appreciate a like. Thank you again to Evan Bradbury for the idea. And if you guys have any other ideas you want me to do, let me know in the comments. I do them. This video is the example. So, but with that being said, thank you for watching.